Okay, we want to continue with the interesting laws bechor of Pesach. Listen, today we're going to talk about healthy laws also about Pesach. Gemara in Maseret Bava Metzia, daf 113b, 1 Kuf Yud Gimel, Amud Bet. Gemara brings over here in the long lines, very interesting piece. Gemara says, if lo alenu lo alechem, listen to a story. A person took a loan and unfortunately he's not able to pay it back. Situations happens in life. Lo alenu lo alechem, we should all be wealthy and healthy, should have enough money to pay everything back.
Amen.
However, this guy had a tough luck, lo alenu, and his mazal, he couldn't pay back his loan. Gemara says that the guy that he owes him the money got very upset. He owes him the money, he doesn't pay back. Gemara says that he goes to Bedin, and listen to what the Gemara till the end. Gemara says we take out of him everything besides what he needs for basic life. His sofa we take, his beautiful chandeliers we'll take, everything confiscated. Amish, and to pay back to the person that he owes the money. Says the Gemara, but you have to leave him a place to eat, a bed that he can sit down and eat on, and a bed that he can sleep on. Says the Gemara, the bed that he sits on and the bed that he sleeps on cannot be the same bed? What? He needs a separate bed? Take one of those beds and sell it.
Yes, how you
Confiscate it also for the loan. Listen what the Gemara says.
What is the bed of the sleep?
Tarti lamali. Hada de achil ala v'hada de zag ala. Kede Shmuel. Listen what Shmuel says. The Amar Shmuel. Kol mili yadana asutayu lebar me'ani telata. Man de achil ahane merira ali barekanaya. Uman de asar metana de kitna retiva aharatze. Uman de achil nahama velo masge. Aramaic, yeah. Those words in English are different words. If you can, please bring us the Gemara Bava Metzia, Kuf Yud Gimel, Amud Bet in English, so you can read it for them. In English, they don't have it in Russian. Yeah, Bava Metzia, 113b. Gemara says, I'll tell it to you in Hebrew, in my language. Gemara says, we don't want to risk the health of the borrower. What risk of health? Says if you're gonna take the two beds out, you're only leaving him one bed. After he'll eat on that bed, he'll get comfortable and he'll fall asleep on that bed. And what's the problem? Let him eat and sleep. Says the Gemara that it's very unhealthy for the person to eat
And sleep.
and fall asleep. When a person is eating Friday night, Shabbat morning, every day of the year, every week of the year. How do you know when a person overate? Come read in English. You want to read? Here, read.
When he fall asleep.
How do we know if he ate properly or he overate?
He fall asleep.
When a person overate, the system is so tired, it puts all the blood in the stomach. Because the person took so much food inside, уже тело не может это терпеть. What happens to the body? Is that a healthy practice or no? Says the Gemara, it's so bad, this practice, to the point that even this guy owes him money. We'll take his chairs away, we'll take his chandelier away, we're gonna take his everything that is not necessary for him to remain alive, we'll take away. But two beds we're gonna leave him. Says the Gemara, why?
So he be healthy.
Because we want the borrower not to get sick, chas v'shalom, not to die. Listen what he says here. Here, come. Kede Shmuel, this is according to what Shmuel said. Amar Shmuel, kol mili yadana asutayu. Read. Read loud. Shh. Before listen.
It says, I know the remedy for every affliction, except for these three. One who eats a bitter date on an empty stomach.
Bitter what?
One who eats a bitter date on an empty stomach.
Bitter date is not good to eat. Bitter date. It's not good to eat.
ביטר דייט?
Bitter. Only
דייט יש...
תמר.
Yeah.
זה הצהוב הזה.
yeah. On an empty stomach, it says this is very not healthy for you. On an empty stomach.
Желтый финик, который есть желтый финик, он вяжет.
Bitter date. Yeah.
Он вяжет финик,
What
и
is
хорошо
it?
вкусно на холодный желудок его.
One who binds a damp flax rope around his hips.
Yeah.
Что?
If a person makes a belt out of a flex,
Ту год.
out of a flex plant,
And one who eats bread and does not walk for a month.
a person that he eats bread and he does not walk for a month. After you eat, it's not supposed to fall asleep.
Погуляй.
You have to go outside to breathe some fresh air.
Walk to your bed.
Бухарина
I'm also walking Friday night to my bed.
Yeah.
Поработал.
Там пока
Eating,
поднялся, пошел спать.
Bechor, eating and going to sleep is not a healthy practice. Why am I telling you this, Bechor John? Leil HaSeder is coming. Shabbat is coming. Yom Tov is coming. A person is going to have so much free time. He's going to go from a house to house. Rabbi Shkunam. Dilam Zichshu. I'm already, I don't know what to do all day home. Мне уже скучно. Hi, let's go to this guest. You go to this guest. Bo chorda. Bo pia. Bo. The body needs to have relaxation.
Да.
How much you loading the system?
You don't need the relaxation, you need to burn the thing. Now Sibat in Bukhari, they call it now Sibat in Bukhari.
That's why Bechor John. Friday night, Shabbat Agadol. The Shabbat is Gadol. The stomach should not be Gadol. Shabbat Suda Shlishit. Shabbat Agadol is Suda Shlishit. The Shabbat is Gadol. And the stomach should not be Gadol.
Катан.
How can a person, Akamatato, how can a person make sure that his stomach always going to be in good shape? Bechor John? How can he check if make sure that the stomach is always going to be in good shape? Not overeat. Rambam writes. Bechor John. Rambam writes that a person that is eating healthy food, Joe Trader, how do you call this at the place?
Trader Joe.
Huh?
Трейдер Джо.
Trader Joe. He eats very healthy, but he eats a lot. The body feels poison if you eat ra'al, poison. It'll be better for the body to eat less poison than to eat a lot of healthy food. Rambam et apishit. Because the amount of food a person is putting on the stomach goes on the stomach so hard. The stomach is not able to handle it. Все кислый встает in the желудок. Когда человек много кушает, everything gets spoiled inside the system. And instead of giving health to the body, it does the opposite. That's Rabotai. Besides teaching you matzah, maror, it's all good. But besides to healthy neshama, you also need to have healthy body. If the body is not healthy, the neshama is not healthy. It has to go together. That's a Rabotai. Try on Yom Tov. I know it's going to be a long 3 days. I know some people want to make shashlik. On the daytime, you have no problem. Make shashlik, no problem. Daytime, Yom Tov, no problem. You can make shashlik. But Bechor John, charoshamu, panim noshku. Make sure you eat, you enjoy, but to a limit. Do not overload your systems. So Be'ezrat Hashem, your system is going to remain healthy. Your stomach is going to become skinny for many years together. Бехор Фамидим.
Поэтому Кикеров весы взял себе. Он все будет свешивать по 200 грамм.
Got it? This Rabotai, very important Gemara. Masechet Bava Metzia, page 113b. Remember this Gemara. It's a life remedy for us.
We have shiur over here. Same thing, same concept next week.
Huh?
Same concept next week. Maybe sure, maybe not sure. Yeah, this one.
Next week, yeah. Well, probably there'll be. I'll try my best. It's in my
So
hands.
you write on the
I'll let you know here.
hopefully 2 hours before.
Bezrat Hashem. Okay. Now, Rabotai, today somebody asked me an interesting question. He said, Rabbi, I have a heater. He puts his food on top of it. It's like a small plata, basically. And he heats up his food over there. Problem that this heater, it has a layer that is non-stick. And Pesach, he doesn't want to use microwave. He doesn't want to use all this type of other ways. He wants to use that plata, такой маленький plata у него. It's covered with a Teflon, non-stick. He can crack an egg, make of inside eggs.
Oh, question.
Can you kosher this for Pesach or no?
Burn it.
If you're
So
gonna
according to
put-
Rabbi Vadia
if you're
Yosef,
gonna put
Teflon, you cannot make kosher le Pesach.
If you're gonna put aluminium foil on the top.
Oh, I told him. He said, "What do I do? Should I buy a new one?" I said, "You don't have to. What are you gonna all year keep a second one for what? If you wanna be lenient, put aluminum foil, clean it well.
Inside the Teflon?
No, clean that thing well. Afterwards, cover it with aluminum foil, and your food is not gonna touch the actual Teflon. You're gonna have aluminum foil.
Question.
This- Huh? No, he's not putting the food on the aluminum foil. He's putting the food. He has a container.
Also, it's another
He puts his
metal.
food on top of the container,
Another metal.
but he doesn't want to put it on the Teflon because the Teflon is not able to be kosher for Pesach. Pretty much. Anytime you're going somewhere, let me simplify it. Anytime you're going somewhere and you have a doubt, how do I make it kosher? Do I have to make it kosher? Simple solution. Wash it well, cover it with aluminum. John Halot. Countertops. Countertops, бехор. Countertops на русском как им будет?
Этот как его?
Granite.
Это не гранит.
Говоришь по-русски.
שי, שייך להגיד לו, countertop.
Керамик.
Next to the...
כמה אמרת בעברית? כמה אמרת באנגלית?
до него не доходит, ни иврит, ни английский.
Гранетка.
Next to the sink. You go next to the sink
Гранетка.
and you want to put things you don't know. They made it kosher, you don't make it kosher. Что мне делать?
Не гренки, а гренки.
Bechor, what should you do?
Cover.
Wash it well, cover it with falga. That's it. Foil.
Oh, you don't put food on it.
Huh?
I don't put food on the countertop.
We are not, yeah.
Right?
True.
Cover
The
with
minhag is to do it. Even though halachically you don't have to do it. Rabbi Or Letzion in volume 3, we have Or Letzion here?
So what? Everybody has to put on.
He says the
The
minhag
island-
is to cover, is to pour hot water on it, but you don't have to do that. Why am I telling you this information? Because sometimes people live in houses, babulia over there, mother not so religious over there. Sometimes this stringencies causes arguments with the family. That's a person have to know, is there a room to be lenient? Or no, you have to pour hot water no matter what. Babulia can jump until tomorrow. What are we going to say? So it says halakha, you have to find middle ground. Kala bakala, you don't have to be. You have to be, no, what? There is room to be lenient or no?
This island is big island, so you have to cover the whole island.
No, a good question. If you know a specific place
And I
that
know
you
100%
put
I didn't put over there anything with the
hot,
hot.
why you never put over there hot gush gija?
No, my wife she putting something on the knees. She doesn't put on the top of the.
Never. Okay. So
Maybe
the
kids, yes.
so
It's
the
safek.
kids,
By
the kids,
safek.
the cleaning lady.
By safek, but we're not putting on. I mean, many times I saw she putting on the knees something and then she put something.
Clean.
Okay.
So
So even on
Stone.
Pesach, that's a good another
Stone
example.
doesn't take the taste.
Bechor, one guy lives with his babulia. Babulia is very, very strict. She doesn't want him to pour hot water on the countertop. What should he do?
Дом пуст.
В этот счастливый.
Закройте фольгой и закройте глаза и уши.
She doesn't want falgan either. What do you do?
Ваши.
No hot water, don't put over there. No falga, don't put aluminum.
Chemical. Use chemical. Use chemical.
So solution will be so chemical is only the surface. What about the if you have to kosher it, you have to kosher it from the inside by pouring hot water. So solution will be anytime you'll take something out of the oven hot, tell him don't put it on the countertop. Make with babulia compromise. Make shalom. Babulia John, I'm not gonna pour hot water on the countertop. Okay. Aluminum można? No, ni Stefan. Okay. I have a solution, Babuля. Anytime you're gonna take something from the oven, kasher lePesach, don't put directly on the countertop.
Rosh said no to that too.
Pan, food, don't put directly on the countertop. Put the towel and then put it on the countertop. Фольга можно, просто бабуля не хочет. Того не у нее. It's некрасиво, то все, she doesn't want it. Is there a solution for the situation or no? The answer is, tell her, we make a deal. Tell everybody in the house, anytime you'll take on Pesach something hot from the oven, don't put it directly on the countertop. What should you do? Put a towel and put on top of the towel. This way, Babulia, also your countertop is not going to become bad. Not going to burn, not going to scratch, not going to be
How are you
problem.
gonna pour hot water over?
Babulia happy and Halakha happy.
How are you gonna put hot water on the counter?
Померет, you take a чайник.
Так льешь и вытираешься.
That's it.
How? It's not gonna be each как он выльется там. They have шкафы там. They have.
Yeah, that's the
You
problem.
cannot pour.
That's what people say. So what they do, they pour hot water and they put towels over here for to absorb, not to fall on the countertop. I agree, it's not
gonna-
simple.
When you're pouring, is already cliché. It's not gonna be hot like you need to have.
Oh, good point. By Jewish halakha, as long as something, the hot water, is attached to the source of the hot water, even though it touched the surface of the countertop, it's still kli rishon because it's attached to the hot water.
And who say that you're gonna catch all pina and pina?
You don't need to. You don't need to catch everyone. The fact that you pour and it continuously going from here, whatever it heats over here, let's say that's the countertop, right? And you pour here the hot water. The hot water only heats here. But the fact that it spreads around the table, around the countertop, and it's attached to the source,
Okay, so
it's as you poured around all these places. Remember, we learned about it. Kli rishon, shelo pasak hakiluach, that the flow did not interrupt. It's considered to be kli rishon. If you did like this, and then it interrupted, then it's kli sheni. Understood?
But you're not cooking anything anyways. It's not halachot bishul. Who cares? Keli rishon, keli
What about-
sheni.
Because if you put chametz over there, you put chametz kli rishon. If you put chametz
Yeah,
over
but I'm
there,
saying as long as it's very
Put
hot.
chametz keli
As
rishon.
long as it's still very hot. Keli rishon, keli sheni. It's still very hot.
then
So it's cleaning.
yeah, but we need the law is kebolo, kach polto. The same way it got in, that's the same way it's going to come out. So since it got from a kli rishon, chametz thing. Let's say you had over there soup that had the pasta,
But it was not connected to the rishon or
but you put over there a pot.
Okay.
You took out of the oven,
Put a pot
you
over
put it
there.
on top of the
That's
pot.
already separate. That's already disconnected.
Hold on,
It's clear shown.
the pot itself is hot.
It's not connected to anything anymore. You removed it from the source of fire.
Pot
True.
itself is
But let's say you had right now that pot spilled, the pasta thing spilled on the countertop.
Keli sheni already.
No. Once the pot is still hot, this answers you, Shalom.
But it's not
Once the
not
pot is still
holding it
hot,
anymore.
it's gonna remain kli rishon even if it's off the fire, as long as it's not gonna become cold. So, did it happen throughout the whole year that Babulia, somebody took a pot out of the oven, out of the gas, and something spilled on the way, on the countertop? Did it happen?
Yes.
Oh,
But at least 3
so
days
you guys say,
passed.
Rabbi, we don't put over there chametz directly. Nobody puts a hot bread over there. You're right. Nobody puts hot bread over there. But I just gave you an example how hot chametz can be on top of the countertop. Tzaddik
But
ben tzaddik.
even then, the stone doesn't absorb the taste.
Huh?
The stone, the granite doesn't absorb the taste.
So by Jewish law, granite has the status of metal.
Rabbi,
Metal absorbs the taste or no? When something hot touches it. Of course. Can I take a pot from a goy that cooks pig, that cooks all this type of things, and I want to cook my kosher food inside? Allowed or no? No. Why? Because the hot metal pores open, absorbs the prohibited taste into it, and when you put your kosher thing, it chas v'shalom can be expelled inside.
160.
The walls
if
of
it
the
was
pot.
also 160.
So now you're not allowed to. Not allowed to take pig and put it inside food, say 160 times.
But also,
That's how we have kosher pots going if they're not kosher
it's
pots.
also not ben yoma.
Oh, so Amir says a good point. So Rabbi, a
6
question.
months ago.
If it is more than 24 hours, זה אינו בן יומו. If it's לא בן יומו, 24 hour passed, then it's damage taste.
It's only halal basari.
So says Rabbi Yosef, can I take a pot that I cooked pasta inside 1 month ago,
Oh, because mash.
and on Pesach
You can,
I'm going to make kasher lePesach food inside it? Allowed or no?
Because mash even a little bit of hametz is not.
So says halacha, you're not allowed to. What if it had happened by mistake? Can I eat the food or no?
Yes.
You're allowed to eat the food because 24 hour passed. So the law of 24 hour pass we only use if it happened. Got it?
Only
Very good.
for hametz.
Yeah, for anything, even for pig, even for basar v'chalav, anything.
question.
If it's already happened, if it's already happened, it's okay. Chaga asked a
If it's
question.
within 24.
I'm sorry, he's asking question already 5 times.
You have servan like everybody has, and inside you have all the whiskey, vodka, matka, all the liquor.
Cover it.
With the glass.
Yeah,
You have to cover all the glass.
cover it. No, not the plates. The whiskey. Cover the whiskey. Some poskim say, Torah says, "V'lo yira'eh lecha chametz, v'lo yira'eh
If I'm
lecha
gonna
se'or,
put over
b'chol
there
gevulecha."
Sign, chametz, do not touch. But this
Better not to see it.
see-through.
Better not to
And
see it.
Cover the
this,
glass.
let's say this in basement. I'm not going over there every day. I can go and see this.
Better to cover it. It's actually not better to cover it. It's mandatory to cover it. Because Shulchan Aruch said, when are you allowed to keep chametz in your house? Only whenever you remember, you locked it, you put a chain, and the key don't put next to it. And so it has to be so protected, so not accessible.
So you have to cover.
So cover the glass. You don't see
That's what I
them.
say, cover the glass. And right, chametz. This way the person is going to remind him, oh, chametz, nizar at the Pesach, don't touch it.
Like Shor Moad.
Huh?
Like Shor Moad.
Show 'em what, yeah.
Sorry, just quick question. So you said
Yes.
if it's within ben yomo and it happened bediavad, then it's okay.
Boy,
What
Shachik,
if it's
come on.
not ben yomo? What if it's still more than 24 hours
Yeah, that's what we said. If it's more than 24 hours passed
and happened?
and it happened by mistake, we allow it.
But if it's ben yomo,
Ben
within
Yomo, no, not allowed Ben Yomo. But how are you going to have on Pesach Ben Yomo chametz? Most of the time it's not
that's
Ben
not
Yomo.
24 hours. No, Erev Pesach.
Yeah. Got it?
Iran, come to the restaurant over here. You're gonna have it.
Okay, very good. Yes.
Had one pot that was too big to put inside the other bigger pot to kosher.
So kosher what? For tevilah or for boiling? Boiling, okay.
So I filled it up and I turned it on, so the water inside started to boil.
Yeah.
The outside it wasn't boiling. Is that fine?
So the rule with this is, anytime you need to boil a pot that is too big, make it to the max,
Yeah.
boil the water, and if possible, take a hot rock, put it also on the fire, on a plate, or something to get hot. And once the water is gonna boil, throw the hot rock inside there, and that gushing is gonna take care of the surrounding walls, surrounding it.
I put something inside to make it gush. It was very little though. Well, it didn't go everywhere. It's fine still.
Yeah, it doesn't have to go all over.
Yeah.
That area has to cover. The rim on top.
But this
That's
gonna
it.
cover. If you're gonna fill it up the water boiling, it's
Yeah.
gonna cover.
Okay. If it will for sure cover,
For
you're
sure
also
gonna
fine.
cover, because our bulk is spilling.
בסדר. But from all directions, okay. Not only from one place.
It's gonna be all directions. If
Mamash,
it's
every
full,
single
if
place?
it's full, yeah.
Okay. בסדר, if he says it's like gonna happen like that, okay.
Dirty the guy.
When you boil pots for Pesach, you must make sure that the pots are, the water is bubbling.
Yeah, it's big.
Bechor, in the bubbling, there's 2 stages. The small ones, they come up like this, very small. That doesn't count bubbling.
And then tsunami.
Huh?
And then tsunami.
And then tsunami. And then the big bubbles. That's the boiling point we're talking about. If you put a pot inside the hot water, it's not kasher lePesach. It has to put it inside boiling water. Now, why am I telling you this? Sometimes there's a line of people to make agala, and the guy poured his stuff inside when it's boiled, the water cooled down. The next guy has no patience to wait for it to boil again.
холодного.
He has no patience to wait for the water to warm up again. He puts the stuff inside the hot water. The guy's second one. Count is agala or no? Doesn't count. Got it? Very good. As far as glass, רבותיי.
אותו דבר עם חליטה.
Yeah, has to boil it.
ירקות, אתה
Yeah.
לא מספיק, זה הרבה זמן.
Now, as far as רבותיי, glass, בכור, glass, don't נתקשר לפסח.
Да, только помыть и все.
Помой и все. However, sometimes you have containers that they are glass, but the cover, the lids, are made out of plastic.
Yeah.
This one you have to boil in hot water if you want to use it for Pesach.
Plastic.
The plastic.
It's a plastic.
Chemicals don't come out.
No problem. The plastic can take. It's meant for cooking with that. It's a hard plastic. I'm talking about these ones that is able to be boiled. If it's not able to boil, don't use it for Pesach.
You say you can't cook with plastic.
You could. Yeah. The plastic by Jewish law counts like metal. Kebolo, kach kolto. How did you go in? With the heat? With liquid? That's how you're going to come out. With the heat and liquid.
So you cannot use it because if you're gonna burn it, it's gonna burn. It's gonna
No, why? The covers, you have the plastic covers, if you put the hot water, it's going to, for 5 seconds. To come out, that's it.
It's gonna become sticky. It puts on the
No.
plastic.
I'm going to put sticky.
Don't use it. That's
The Ziploc boxes one? I don't think so. Who is in the kitchen here? Yosef, do you work in the kitchen?
He was.
Huh?
Omer, what are you saying?
If you take plastic,
Plastic, you
put it
put in a
inside
boiling
hot boiling water,
Okay.
it's gonna melt
No, nothing gonna happen.
for 5 seconds.
No,
Depends
5
on the
seconds.
plastic.
Second not gonna happen.
Depends on the
Nothing. If
plastic.
you're gonna put it inside the microwave, yes.
Okay, that's how you're gonna kosher plastic.
Usually in the Passover,
Glass, you don't need to kosher bechor.
Put them away.
put them away.
You can use it the same one. Katori na regular chametz day, you can use it also for Pesach, no problem.
But there is a pot cover, half is a glass and the side is a metal.
Yeah,
So then you have to boil it.
yeah, that because of the metal.
Yeah.
But let's say cups, spoons, plates, they're made out of glass. Don't have to kosher
Just
it.
wash them. That's it.
There is a person that has a
Ceramic is also considered as a glass?
No.
ceramic is debatable. Rabbi Vadia Yosef says it's considered a bit like clay.
Clay.
Yeah, and therefore it doesn't count like glass.
Glina, quite glina.
Rabbi Vadia Yosef in Chazon Vadia. Therefore, you should have different ones for Pesach if you have ceramic one. But if you have glass plates,
China, you mean?
no problem. One person told me, Rabbi, I'm going right now. He had an issue in the house. He goes somewhere else for Pesach. I told him, take glass plates. You have no issue. The whole family right now has to go somewhere. Some problem in the house, la alenu. I told him, take with you glass plates. Don't worry about dairy, meaty, chametz, kasher lepesach. Everything is allowed. I told him if you can get a pot that is made out of glass, even cook inside now pasta on before Pesach you could, wash it, and on Pesach cook with this macho joshak, no problem.
China.
Because glass does not absorb at all.
Ceramic and China is the same thing.
No.
Yeah, ceramic and yeah. China where?
The China
China
dishes and the ceramic dishes sounds the same. To me.
Yeah, yeah. According to Ravadia, yeah. Bechor, Rasha, Parasha, Pashle, Pesach, Wood. Yeah.
The pot, the lid handle, it's plastic and metal. So they
Right.
were scared to boil that, so they unscrewed they put it to the side.
Yeah.
Is it fine? Like, I don't need to kosher that part?
Why not? When you make pasta and you close the lid or any other chametz, it touches it.
The lid, no, the handle doesn't. The handle's on top.
It touches the screw.
Yeah. So can I just pour boiling water or I have to dip it also?
Well, you can put it in your chinik at home.
I have to dip it or I just pour it on top of it.
No, you have to put it in kli rishon. Yeah. Boiling kli rishon. It doesn't have to be too long. 5 seconds inside the hot water, with the chill cold water. Tamam.
Like mikro there. Shot like.
Rabotai, the sink, some opinions hold you don't have to kosher at all.
It's mad.
Because you don't put food over there.
Also, soap drips in there.
Others say minhag is to kosher it. How do you kosher the sink? Clean it well, and then pour hot water. Some people mahmir to pour the hot water in a way from the inside of from the center out. Circle motions from the center out. Going like this in circles from the center and going outside until you finish the hot water. Tamam. It's not obligated to do so, but that's the custom the Jewish people do. You can continue follow that
I'm
custom.
not getting the point, Rabbi. The
Chametz.
Chametz, you're saying that whiskey and all this stuff, all your chametz you're putting inside the room, it's in your house.
You're correct.
You're nullifying that you don't have any chametz in your house.
Yeah.
You're nullifying that you don't have any chametz in your house.
Hametz came in.
So you're putting over there, no, it's chametz, do not
Chametz.
touch it.
True.
So why we need to go over a thing? We know that we clean, we wash, that's it. You nullify it.
You're right.
You know, chametz.
By halakha, you're right. Don't
And
have
also
to.
the same thing, the
The countertop.
countertop.
I told you, by halakha, you're correct.
Okay, that's it.
It's just the minhag of the Jewish people.
I need to go like this one.
Listen, I'm telling you what's written. Halakha, you're right. Mikar adin, you don't have to. However, the minhag, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef writes, is to do it. If you want to follow the minhag, that's what we should do. All the Jewish people follow minhag. But in case Babulia argues with you, shalom bayit, problems, this type of things, follow
I
halakha.
understand you praying, you're doing something, you're doing action, bringing blessing here, you're doing a little bit over the halakha. Over here, you're using this every day. What are you gonna do? You're nullified, you don't have chametz. I mean, you don't have
Shut
it.
up.
That's it.
Shut up. If you don't want to pour the hot water, put the on the countertop. Put the towel whenever you're going to put something hot. That's it. But you have to remind them all the time to do that. Because if they will forget, you understand? It has to be a reminder to them. אליהו, איפה אתה? חשבתי עליך לפני יומיים.
אמרת מזונות?
מזמינה.
היום לא, לפני יומיים חשבתי. באמת.
כן, אני הבאתי אותו לפני יומיים, אמרתי לו תבוא.
Okay? Very good.
יעקב סתם, אמין?
Do you have any more questions on Pesach? Kashering the pot?
Everything Chris. This doesn't apply to Bukharians, Arab. We have separate dishes.
Some people don't have separate dishes. Yeah. Bechor, the spoons and the forks, you can, at the same time, you're going to make kasher for the other things, and at the same time, you can throw it inside. Understand or no? When you make the spoons and the forks, you want to make kasher lePesach. Put it inside that same hot water. You can use the same pot to make kosher, the pot that is chametz, to make agala. You don't have to have a kasher lePesach pot. You can use the same chametz pot. If you want to be strict, a little bit soap throw inside there. If it's chametz pot, then that's it. But you don't have to. Even that don't have to. Right now, this person is not going to be home. That I told you had a little bit issue. In the house, he cannot be home. So he's going to a hotel. They said, Rabbi, what do I do with my house tomorrow night? I check chametz in the house or no?
Shaliach.
I told him, you don't check chametz in the house. How come? I'll be there. I'm only going to the hotel on Friday. I told him because the halakha says, who has to check the chametz on Erev Pesach, like Thursday night this year?
Who's sitting down?
Whoever is going to be in this house during Pesach. Are you going to be here in this house? No, I'm going somewhere else. Such a case, you're not allowed to say beracha to check the chametz inside that house. What do I do the bracha?
Where you go?
At the hotel. You say, in the hotel, I'm going to go Friday afternoon. I said, Friday afternoon, you're going to check over the chametz with bracha.
If you come
It's
back,
daytime. I say, even daytime, you have to check the chametz with bracha.
if you come back חול המועד, אתה אומר עם ברכה בבית שלך?
Yeah,
Because you're gonna be there חול המועד.
yeah. But he said he's not going to be there. For sure, he's not going to be there. He's not allowed to go inside there.
So, if somebody goes to vacation before the cup, but he will be there in חול המועד, he has to make shaliach, somebody to check for him, right?
Yeah.
No, okay. I got it right.
Very good. If there is a place, Bechor, in Miami, in other places that people own, and they don't want to go check there tomorrow night, they're allowed to sell that place to the goy, make application for that address. And on Chol HaMoed, when you're going to go over there, you're going to check the chametz with the bracha, but that's only if you did not sell the place. You sold the chametz in the place. If you sold the place, then it's not your place. then you will check the chametz when you come to Chol HaMoed, to the Miami places, other places, without beracha, because the whole apartment that you put on the list sold to a goy. So it depends. What did you write on that application? I'm selling the chametz in that address, or am I selling the address?
Hamid.
It depends. Some people don't want to go and check, so they sell the address.
You sell the whole house.
And if they break, if they...
You understood or no?
There's- if you
Bechor,
wanna
I'm
come
not
with
sure
it.
if you understood. Shalom. A little bit like this? Very good. Bechor, I'm not sure if you understood. You showed us Paftarai. You here or you somewhere? Your eyes are not with me.
If you're
If they
gonna,
walk in the middle of Passover, they break the deal, Arav, nachon?
Bechor, listen to this. A person... Bechor John. Bechor John. A person owns a house in Queens. Pesach, he wants to go somewhere for a hotel. Does he have? He's right now. He's in Miami. He has a house in Queens. Does he have to send some shaliach tomorrow night to check his house in Queens? No.
He's not gonna be there.
He's not coming Pesach. The whole time he's going to be in Miami vacation. Does he have to send somebody to Queens tomorrow night, B'dikat Chametz Thursday night, to check for him in Miami, in Queens? No. That's only when he write on the selling Chametz, I sell the house to the goy. The house doesn't belong to me. I'm obligated to check my house.
the kaif.
But if you don't sell your house, this is your house. You have to go and check. Rabbi in Miami, send somebody from at Queens to check it for you. The whole purpose I went to Miami is not to check, is not to clean, is not to run after this headache. Then you have to write down the address that you don't sell the hametz in the address. You sell the actual address. Then it's not yours. Thursday night comes, it's not mine.
It's not risky, ba'alacha.
Not risky at all. Because in the contract that you guys don't know about, the Beit Din does with the goy, it's written over there that if the goy has to bring evaluator, sorry, the goy has to bring shamai, evaluator,
Appraiser.
appraiser.
A judge.
Huh?
יביא לך מים.
Yeah, thank you. היה פה מים. זה החוץ. Appraiser. To appraise the house, to appraise the hametz, to appraise the factories. Thank you. To appraise the factories. In such a case, if he wants to continue with this, the house is his, the hametz is, everything is his. He gave down payment already also. You guys don't know about it because you don't get it. He gives to Bedin. Bedin gives him $20, $30, $40, $50,000. Depends how many applications they have.
And what he pays $20,000-$30,000?
They give it to him, yours, matana. And then he gives it back to them. He says, this is for each one of these applications, I gave a down payment. So everything is his. Now you want to take it, the keys, you want to take the hametz to your possession, we need a evaluator. The evaluator is going to tell us exactly how much it is, and you have to come up with the money. If you don't come up with the money, we're not continuing with the deal after Pesach.
Oh,
But during Pesach, was the deal his or no?
yes.
Yes. You understand how we save the Jewish people by the legality of it?
מה עם הדירות שאתה מזכיר?
If you own it,
If you own
but you are not renting it, you have to also sell it. If you're renting it, the guy that lives over there, he pays you rent. So he owns the place during the time period that you're renting it to him.
What if it's a goy?
Then you
living
exempt.
there? What if it's a goy living
Don't
there?
matter who lives there. Go, you. It's not your
even
business.
though,
It's
even
his.
though even though you're gonna go inside during the Chol HaMoed,
You're going to somebody else's house during Chol HaMoed.
So
What's
you
the
don't
problem?
need to sell this.
I go to Ricardo's house during Chol HaMoed. I have to sell his house.
So no.
Baruch Adonai le'olam.
Even
Amen
not
v'amen.
chametz inside, if he has the chametz, I mean, no selling anything. You're not doing anything.
It's not yours. It's his.
It's his.
שנאמר אדוני חפץ